It was a hot summer day and Quincy the quokka was looking for some shade. She had just come back from the beach where she'd been playing all morning. As she walked past the big oak tree at the edge of the forest, she noticed something strange. There was a tiny little crack in the bark of the tree, and it had never been there before. Quincy was a curious quokka, so she pushed her nose into the crack and smelled it. It smelled like fresh strawberries and sweet watermelon. She pushed the crack open with her paw, and it opened into a secret hole in the tree. Quincy was small enough to squeeze through the hole, so she did. On the other side was the most amazing garden Quincy had ever seen. There were juicy watermelons, ripe strawberries, crunchy carrots, and leafy greens as far as she could see. And right in the middle of the garden was a sparkling watering hole. Quincy had never seen anything like it. She took a big bite of a nearby strawberry, and it tasted like sunshine and happiness. Quincy spent the rest of the day playing in the garden. She rolled around in the grass, chased butterflies, and drank from the watering hole. As the sun began to set, Quincy knew she had to go home. She was very sad to leave the garden, but she didn't want her family to know about it. She didn't want anyone to come and take her special place away. So she carefully squeezed back through the hole in the tree and hopped down to the ground. The next day, Quincy woke up early and raced to the oak tree. She couldn't wait to get back to her secret garden. But when she got there, she saw that it was in big trouble. The plants were wilting, and the water in the watering hole had turned murky and green. Quincy felt bad. She knew that if she didn't do something, the garden would die. So she rolled up her sleeves, quite literally, and got to work. She watered the plants and pulled out the weeds. She even cleaned the water in the watering hole so the fish could swim around happily. As Quincy worked, she thought about how much she loved this garden. She wanted to take care of it forever. From that day on, Quincy took care of the garden. She planted new seeds, built a fence to keep the animals out, and made sure the water in the watering hole was always clean. It was hard work, but Quincy didn't mind. She loved seeing the garden grow, and she loved the feeling of knowing that she was responsible for taking care of something so beautiful. One day, Quincy was watering the plants when she saw something amazing. A tiny little sprout had grown from one of the seeds she had planted. She had never seen anything like it. It was so small and so fragile. But as Quincy continued to water and care for the plant, it grew bigger and stronger. And after a few weeks, it blossomed into the most beautiful flower Quincy had ever seen. It was red and yellow and pink, and it smelled like sunshine and happiness, just like the strawberries in the garden. From then on, Quincy knew that she wasn't just taking care of a garden. She was taking care of a miracle, and she loved every minute of it.